Hello everyone and welcome on a new Coach Dev Academy Lab guide. I'm Corentin Guinez, driver for SimRC, and today we are on batters for the week 11 of the Vulcan Tire Sports Cars Challenge. As you can see, we're using the Porsche 718 GT4. As usual, first I showed you the hot lap and then we talked together about the different details you have to know about this combo. So yep, let's get started. Alright guys, so here we go for the lap around batters. So here we are just exiting the last corner, crossing the start finish line, and then we are heading to the first corner. So as a braking reference, just looking at the 50 boards, and just a bit before that you have the tire marks while basically starting maybe at the 55, I would say 55 meter before the corner. So basically this is what I'm using. So as you can see, getting close of the tire marks, then just releasing the throttle, going on the brake, then I'm braking quite a lot, but at the same time I'm quickly releasing the brake and then trying to get the momentum, because as you can see it's going uphill, and at the same time you have a bit of camber, I guess, as well into the corner. So this is pretty much the things were helping to make the corner. So as you can see on the brake, then heading into the corner, releasing quickly the brake, just a tiny bit of brake until I'm getting into the corner, and then as you can see early on power, just when I'm starting, I mean there is a sort of dip into this corner when you are around the apex, and as soon as I'm getting into this dip, then going on throttle, then facing the exit, trying to make sure I can open the steering as early as I can. As you can see, I'm already fully on power. Then trying to use the runoff on the exit. It was a second gear corner, so yeah, just when you are, just when you are facing the exit, then just put third gear. So yeah, dropping to second just before the dip, going on throttle, then just when you are exiting the corner, putting third. Then we will go for the a right-hander just after the crest. So just basically keep the car to the left. So just going through the gears, you won't be able to put 6. So just using 5th actually. I think you are going with 6 in the downhill. Just in the other side of the track. But yeah. Then for the reference of this one, just using the exit road on the left. So as soon as I'm getting past the beginning of the exit road, then just going on the brake, deep on the brake. I mean, not that deep, because at the same time you can see that you went downhill from the exit of T1 until this corner, and you keep going down uphill. Sorry, so you are losing speed, of course, with the fact that the we are going like uphill so far. So yeah, you are losing speed anyway, so you don't need to brake too deep actually. So once again, braking at the beginning when I'm getting past the exit road, going on the brake. I think I'm dropping to third for this one. Yeah, into the corner, dropping to third. And then when the car is into the corner, I made the inside of the corner. Then, as you can see, just going early on power, trying to carry the momentum, trying to be patient. I'm just trying to not get too early full power, because then it gives me understeer, and then I end up needed. I end up having to slow down on the exit, and then yeah, it's not ideal, because of course if someone has a good momentum, and if someone is really close behind you, then you can have a chance, of course. So yeah, it's very important to be patient into this one, because you can also end up going really wide on the exit, as you can see. And then if you are crossing this curb, sometimes it doesn't feel really good, and you can lose a bit of time compared to this line where you don't cross the curb. So when I say cross the curb, this means the left wheels doesn't go over the curb, on the left side of the curb, I mean. So yeah, it's better in my opinion to be a bit patient on throttle. So then at the same time you run as well a bit less distance. So yeah. Then on the exit, as you can see, just trying to open the steering once you are just basically facing the exit. But yeah, nothing to really worry about. Just make sure you are not carrying too much speed on the entry, otherwise it can get just difficult to make that corner. And then once you are off the line into this one, if you are going too deep on the outside, then it's just a nightmare. So yeah. Then moving to the right, then we will go into this kink. So diving to the inside, just not going too close of the wall, because it doesn't really feel uh it's not really a need to be like 1 centimeter away from the wall. So yeah, just trying to make sure I can get on the inside. And then when I'm getting past this kink, just going on the brake, trying to go a bit wide, so I just bring the car on the brake to the white line. So as you can see, I'm not braking that much, because it's pretty much the same as I told you before. You keep going uphill, it's even steeper now, so of course you are going to lose speed with the fact that it goes uphill. So then just bringing the car on the brake around 60% to the white line, then getting on the white line, releasing the brake, I bring the car into the corner, dropping to second, and then as you can see, really early on power. It's pretty much the same as T1 when I'm getting into a deep. Like when you are on the white line, then when you bring the car into the corner, you will feel that you are getting into a deep or something. Like it's not a flat, it's not getting completely flat. Like it's not a flat track surface. The more you're getting onto the inside, the lower I would say the track will be if you are getting into this corner. So yeah. Then when you are on the white line, then you can see that the car is jumping a little bit, because you are going into this deep, dropping to second, and then once I'm getting into the corner, going on power, trying to get the rotation out of the throttle. That's pretty much why I'm going on throttle as well, because the brakes now won't be any useful, because of course I'm going uphill. So if I use the brake, the car will come to a stop. And if I just use the steering, then I will just get understeer and the car won't really react, I guess. So yeah, that's why I'm being quite aggressive on throttle, because I want to make sure I get the rotation as well. And of course, I need to get the momentum, because it's really steep at that point. Then for the exit, as you can see, just trying to make sure I can open the steering quite early when I'm facing the exit, so then I can avoid any kind of wheel spin. Quite easy to get when you are getting out of this one. So you can almost like run on the exit really close of the wall on the right side. So yeah, as you can see, open the steering, up to third. Didn't go too wide on the exit of this one actually. Then pretty easy getting this sort of small jump, moving to the left. Then this part is completely flat out, just going fully flat, just trying to make sure I'm not getting too deep on the inside to avoid the big bounce. Then yeah, nothing to really worry about, getting close of the wall on the left. Then moving to the right, I will just then move middle of the track, and then I will just, for this one, move as much as I can to the right. So I will almost case the wall on the right side. I mean, I don't know how close I am. Yeah, it's maybe a good 10 centimeter or something, but this is pretty close. So then you can really have a great angle of attack for the left one, which comes just after. So as you can see, getting close to the wall, when I'm into the compression, just going up to fifth. So I just basically use fifth for this one. I'm not dropping back to fourth, going for fifth. So when I'm getting into the corner, just a little bit of lift, but as you can see, I'm not lifting that much actually, just on the entry to make sure I can get the curb. I mean, I'm not really getting the curb, but just to make sure I can slightly kiss the curb, as you can see, the very edge, and at the same time, I just need to make sure I can get it get easily the apex. Then when I'm saying that my exit looks good, fully flat, just trying to make sure I'm not going too wide on the exit, because as you can see, there is basically no margin between the curb and the wall. Like the very edge of the curb is the wall, so yeah, you can't do any mistake. So basically I didn't went too wide actually for this one. This means I had a decent exit, because I basically almost ran a shorter distance basically. It's not because you are going really wide on the exit of this one, getting really close with the wall, that this means you are having a giga lap sometimes. So yeah, maybe it depends of the lap. Sometimes you will have a slightly different exit, so you will end up going closer to the wall. But yeah, on that lap, yeah, it was quite good, I guess, because of course the fastest lap are that we are sharing are the fastest, of course. So yeah, it was quite close of the optimal. So I guess it was as good as if I was close from the wall. Then on the right side, on top of the crest, getting ready to just release the throttle when I'm getting slightly before getting on top of the crest, beginning of the curb, and then yeah, just releasing the throttle, just trying to make sure I slow down the car and I bring the nose, so then it gives me more grip at the front. So yeah, just a tiny bit of braking as well into the corner, but yeah, it depends, I guess. If the feeling is great, sometimes you don't really need to brake. I decided to brake a little bit, but I don't even think it's necessary, to be honest. So I just think a lift almost all the way is just necessary, at least not all the way, but until you are getting close of the curb. So as you can see, just lifting, still with fifth. Actually, I haven't dropped to fourth, so still with fifth gear. Then just keep lifting, and then when I'm getting, like I said, as soon as I'm getting close of the curb, just going full throttle, getting the curb, bit of curb on the inside, still fully flat, getting the curb on the right side, then up to we are on Skyline, moving to the left, and then once I'm on the left, back to the right. So at that point, when I'm going back to the right, that's the point where I'm getting close of the braking zone. So then once you are going back to the right, keep going on throttle, and then once you are getting close of the bridge on top, pretty much like when you are almost on top of the crest, start to release the throttle, go on the brake, deep on the brake, but not too deep, because I wanna still keep some rotation. So it's actually not too deep. You are going to go deeper on the brake after that, but yeah, it's just about slowing down a little bit the car, and at the same time getting a bit of rotation. So yeah, and if of course if you don't brake there, this means you have to put um a massive amount of braking just after that. So yeah, just a bit of braking on top of the crest. Then I bring the car as close as I can from the wall on the right. As you can see from now, no brake, no throttle. I just let the car roll a little bit, and then when the car is going straight out of this right one, then going a bit deeper on the brakes, as you can see, releasing a bit the brake when I'm going on the curb to avoid any kind of lockup, because of course with the curb the wheels can lock up a little bit if you are going in the air. So yeah, just to avoid that, just going a bit lower on the brake as well. Then once the car is back from the curb, going deeper again on the brake, I keep third for this one, still on the brake, trying to find the rotation, trying to get close of this wall as well. Try to basically stay as tight as you can on this right one, so then you can have a very decent run for this left one, which is actually not so easy because it's fully blind on the exit. So yeah, it makes it very difficult. So if you are as well too deep on the inside out of this right one, then you end up having a not so good exit for this left one. So yeah, as you can see, I'm on the right, going back on the brake, just a bit on the entry, but as you can see, going very early on power. I'm not even into the corner. I'm not even starting to get downhill, that I'm already on power. Then once I'm into I would say the descent, then fully going on power, trying to make sure I'm getting as close as I can from the right side. So yeah, as you can see, could be closer, but yeah, it's good enough, I guess. The exit was quite decent, as you can see. I'm not going like too wide. I mean, I'm not going to how to say that. I'm going not so too early on the right, I would say. Like I'm not going exiting the corner before. Like I'm not running on the grass, I would say, too early on the exit. So yeah, it's pretty good. I can almost keep the steering straight. So yeah, it's pretty good, because then if you are exiting this one and you are, for example, getting very close of the on that part, for example, straight like this, then you have to put steering to the left and then back to the right. So it makes everything difficult. But like this, steering is straight, so you just have to get close of the edge of this wall on the right, and then nothing too complicated like that. So yeah, but if I end up going really wide like this, then I need to steer to the left and then to the right. So yeah, that's what I meant basically. It took 10 hours to explain, but I made it. So yeah, fully flat, steering straight, so nothing too complicated. Then you move to the left, you try to prepare the right hander, which comes right after. So as you can see, getting close of the wall on the left, and then I'm turning to the right, just releasing the throttle when I'm getting into this right hander. So basically it's pretty much the same everywhere. You always have a sort of dip. I hope you call this a dip actually, but yeah, when you are having that dip, then just releasing the throttle. So as you can see, releasing the throttle, going on the brake, just trying to get a bit of brake to find the rotation and to keep the car quite tight out of this one, because then you quickly after that you have the Falcon corner, which is a very tight left-hander. So yeah, and this one is really important because then you have the very long back straight. So yeah, it's very important to have a good momentum for that back straight. So as you can see, a bit of braking, then I'm just releasing the brake a little bit before going once again deeper on the brake. So as you can see, once I'm basically off this one, just releasing a tiny bit the brake, but then I'm going deeper on the brake, trying to make sure I can keep the car in I would say rotation, but you need to make sure that the rear remains quite light, because if you are going too deep on the brake, then the car will go straight. So if you go a bit lighter on the brake, you will feel that the car is moving quite a bit on the brake, but this helps you actually to bring the car into the corner. So yeah, it's tough to explain like this, because I mean I feel it in the steering, but yeah, I guess you can find out during the practice. So it's very important to not go too deep on the brake, because if you do that, then the car is just going to go straight, and it's going to be a nightmare to get the apex. But yeah, if you brake maybe a bit earlier like I've done, like it looks like a very long braking actually, because I'm starting to brake right there, and I'm just releasing the brake when I'm on the apex basically. Like I'm still braking when I'm just right there, I guess. Yeah, when I'm getting quite close from the middle of the corner. So yeah, it looks like a long braking, but yeah, this effort is needed, because then it puts you in a very good I would say momentum for the back straight. So yeah, as you can see, going on the brake, releasing the brake, going a bit deeper now, trying to bring the car into the corner with second, and then very early on power when I told you where I told you that I was still braking, then just releasing a bit the brake, and then going on throttle, trying to find the rotation as well on throttle, trying to make sure I'm not going to early flat, of course, because then I will get understeer and I will need to just lift on the exit. When I like, if I'm going too early flat, I will end up going maybe too close, too early from the wall, and then I will need to lift. So yeah, like that, all fine. As you can see, fully flat on the exit, and then you have this this very long straight, Conrad straight, I believe. So yeah, then just going through the gears, going to go up to 6 just before the crest. So as you can see, up to up to 6th gear. You stay all the way to the left, then you have this quick kink. So moving to the left, then diving into this corner, just trying to make sure you can stay on the right. Then you have this 150 board, so that's what I'm gonna use as a braking reference. So when I'm getting past this 150, going very deep on the brake, so as you can see, around 95% at the peak, I guess. Yeah, 90, 98, so it's almost fully on the brake, but I'm not going for too long on the brake at that amount of brake. Actually, I'm just going like for a split second, but as you can see, I'm quickly releasing. Like I'm not having that amount before at the beginning of the braking, of course, and when I'm getting close of the corner, I'm quickly releasing as well. So yeah, from the 50, pretty much, I'm starting to release the brake a bit more. We said bringing the car into the corner. We said just avoiding the curb on the inside, because I think it makes the car bounce a bit too much. I guess this line without the curb makes it a bit more comfortable as well. So, and maybe you can make this more consistent as well. So yeah, as you can see, just before hitting the apex, going in power to get the rotation out of this one and get the momentum. It's going uphill, you cannot even see the exit. So yeah, it's very important to go early on throttle to get that momentum. Then for the exit, using a bit of grass on the outside, it helps you, of course, to carry a bit more momentum, because you are basically using a bit more track, I guess. So this is always good. It helps you to carry a bit momentum. If you do the things right, you should not lose any grip. Just make sure you are being smooth on the steering input. That's the most important. Otherwise, yeah, at some point you can it can feel a bit uncomfortable going over the grass. And same for the exit. Most important is to make sure you have great car control out of the when you are getting back on the track, because the car can bounce a little bit. So this is where you have to really put your skill on the track. So yeah, then just fully flat using the curb, and then we are finally approaching the last corner. So putting the car to the right, looking at the 100 board on the right when I'm getting past the 100 board, going on the brakes. So as you can see, braking quite a bit, but not too deep, just under 80%. So this is going a bit slow, I guess, but yeah, just under 70. Wait, yeah, I'm reaching a bit more actually at the end of the braking. So yeah, the peak is 87, it seems like, but yeah, once again, it's like a split second, so it doesn't feel too bad. Like, it's not like if you were braking very late, then reaching all the way 90, and then you have no rotation. Like if you are reaching like 90 for a split second, it doesn't feel too bad, to be honest. So yeah, of course, sometimes you have to react to. And for someone like me who's driving a bit like by instinct, sometimes I'm most likely someone who is adapting. I hope you can say it like that. Adapting the inputs to the situation. Like if I'm braking too late, too early, then I will brake a bit less. If I'm braking a bit later, then I will brake a bit more. So yeah, I'm not doing every time the same thing. So, but yeah. Then on the brake, reaching the peak just a tiny bit before the brake, but then releasing the brake, I will drop 2 seconds, and then when I'm getting close of the apex, going fully on power. Need to be patient for this one because, as you can see, it's a bit of camber on the exit, so it's very easy to carry some oversteer. So yeah, you have to be patient that the steering is a bit more straight. So as you can see, steering is now at a decent angle to go full power. So it's great to go full power now. But yeah, if I was going full power like now, yeah, I would maybe get into trouble. So yeah, just need to wait until the steering has a decent angle before going fully on throttle, and then on the exit, fully flat, using all of the tracks. So pretty much the same as the before. Wait, this one, using some extra tracks. So using a bit of grass on the exit. Actually, on this one, it's quite okay because the steering is straight, so it's not going to make it any risky. Just make sure you're not turning too wide, of course, because then it's quite easy to get an off track. But yeah, and after that, after this corner, the start finish line is really close, as you can see. So just under the bridge. So yeah, we are done for the lap around Bathurst. All right, we are done for today. That was the week 11 lap guide of the Valken Tire Sports Car Challenge. I hope you learned quite a lot from that one, of course. That's the main target. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Coach Dev Academy channel and join the Discord server if you have any questions about all the work we are making. And I see you next week for the last week of the season. See you next time.